Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm going to try not to be loud because David's next door sleeping because it's still early. I thought we would do a check-in for our Back to the Beginning challenge. See how everybody did over the weekend. Were you able to stay on plan? Did you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish? I planned to cook Saturday and Sunday, not have an eat-out day. Because I wanted to have dessert on Saturday, which we had, and I didn't have as much ice cream as I thought maybe I would have. I thought maybe I wanted a lot, but I didn't. And then it was a pineapple topping that I made that had 1 point, and I think the ice cream might have been 7 points. I don't know. Broken record, I get 49 a week. I have some spread out for my meals during the week, so I didn't have all 49 for the weekend like I tried to, but I still have way a lot. That's not even a proper sentence. So yesterday, I just wasn't feeling good. Head to toe. And Dave was like, well, if you don't, listen, I took a shower in the middle of the day, even though I didn't need one. That ought to tell you how I did not feel good, because I don't like to get wet. I don't mind getting wet from here down. I hate getting my hair wet. I literally hate getting my hair wet. I hate the way it touches me. It's like, I can't stand that. Yeah, which you would think growing it long would make it, I wouldn't do that, but anyway. So David was like, he was mowing, and he come in and was sitting down in there at the table, and I got out of the shower. He said, you feel all Fred? I don't know, he said something funny. I'm like, I was just telling him I just didn't feel so good. He goes, well, you don't have to cook. We can go out to eat or something. Fine. He said, we can find something on our plan. Listen, yeah, I got him. Well, he's always been on board, but for him to think that way, to stay on our plan, I thought that was pretty cool. So we went to Sonny's, and I was able to stay on plan. I still had points that I ate points, but they're well within my what I had left. So I felt real good about that, and I've not cheated. I've not had anything I shouldn't have. I've stayed on plan. So I just wanted to see if y'all had too. Quickly, we'll talk about, I was sitting back here working on, stuff I do in the craft room, and my mind wanders. Of course, I got Criminal Minds on because there's nothing on TV. So my mind wanders, and for some reason, muscle memory popped into my head. I don't even know where that came from, other than the fact I was well, I do talk to myself, but I wasn't this morning. I was thinking about, the more we do something, the easier it becomes, and I guess that's where muscle memory came in. So I looked up the dictionary explanation, the dictionary definition, that's the word I'm looking for. The ability to reproduce a particular movement without conscious thought, acquired as a result of frequent repetition of that movement. Isn't that kind of what we do in our diet? I know it's a lifestyle, but it's also a diet. Anything you eat, whatever style of food you eat, whatever, however you eat, that's your diet. So I do not get hung up on saying I'm on a diet. I just do not. The diet is my lifestyle at the moment, so I don't get hung up on that. The more we practice eating the way we're supposed to eat, or exercising, or saying no, or eating less, or cutting out a certain food, the more we practice that, the easier it gets. Do we fall off track? Yeah, we do. But we've got that. It's like lifting weights. When you first start lifting weights, you can hardly pick them weights up. they are heavy, and you're just like, you're fatiguing your arms, and you're like getting tired, and you're grunting and you're groan. We still grunt and groan. I do. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So the more we stick to our food choices and our exercise choices, the easier it will become. The more we'll do it without kind of thinking about it. Like giving up the sugar. I'm just telling you, I know I harp on it. I'm like a broken record. But that's one thing in my life that I can point to as an example. Giving up the sugar at first was difficult because I like my sugar. But the more I gave it up, the easier it became to not eat it. And now I just don't eat it. Like I tell you, if it's sitting in front of me, I'm going to have a hard time resisting, except for these little candy bars in that little Halloween pumpkin jar in there. The more I said no to that candy, the easier it was for me to say no to that candy. So now I just pass that jar. I don't care. I don't care what's in that jar. I don't even tempt myself to even, it don't even bother me that it's in there, which is such a huge accomplishment. And I think that's muscle memory because I did it not because I wanted to per se, but every day that I said no to it made me stronger. And the stronger I got, the easier it was for me to say no. You see how that works in tandem there? It's hard at first, but the more you do it, you don't give up. You keep pushing through. You go through the DTs if you have to go through the DTs. But then one day you'll wake up and you'll realize, hey, I went 3 days without being tempted by that XYZ. So that to me is another form of muscle memory. The more you do something, the more you will be able to do it easier. It'll be easier for you to do. So that's what I just thought about this morning. So I thought we would just do a quick check-in, see how everybody did, give you a little bit of something to chew on till we come back again. What can you do to increase your muscle memory on pick whatever it is, whatever it is you're trying to work on. The one thing I need to work on is drinking my water. My doctor, she's pushing me. She says, you better stay hydrated. I'm like, I'm trying. I've got I wrote her. I've got a calendar on my refrigerator, and every time I refill my cup, I mark. When I first started, I had lots of cups, and then in between, so I've got to, I don't know, it seems like it's harder for me to drink water. I think because I like coffee. I drink so much coffee. Which some people say you can count that as water. Some people say you can't. I don't know. It's still liquid. I don't know how that works as far as staying hydrated. I guess you can pick whichever way you want to go with it. I don't count it as towards my water, but I do count it as drinking because I'm drinking. So, but it's harder for me to get in my water than it was for me to turn down them blasted candies. So that makes no sense to me. I should be able to, sometimes I'll just put my water in there and I will just stand there and just suck it down just because it's that Hocus Pocus cup. It's got the straw. I will just stand there and just suck it down just so I know I would get one in before I'm tempted to go get another cup of coffee. So that's the thing that I'm going to work on this week. I'm going to work on creating some muscle memory for drinking water to where that it just becomes second nature to me to just go ahead and reach for that water before. Now I can set a rule for myself. You can't have your coffee till you drink 2 cups of water. Well, y'all know me well enough to know I am not always accountable to myself, and if I decide this is my personality, and I can't help it, as Holly would say, it's just who I am. if I really want something, there ain't a rule I can set for myself that's going to stop me from getting it or doing it. Nope, just not going to. I know me. That's where it comes in handy to know who you are. Don't mean you can't try to change. I've tried. But if I really, really, really want that coffee, them 2 cups of water is going to wait. So that's a personal thing I got to work on is um, if I could say no to them Reese cups, you think I could say no to that coffee? We shall see. I'm going to work on that this week. That's going to be my homework for muscle memory. I'm going to try to create a muscle memory of drinking my water. I hope that makes sense to you, to take it from like actual muscles to like a way of thinking, a way of acting on other things other than just physical, like riding a bicycle, playing the piano, playing tennis. I don't know. Think of things that you can do that maybe when you hadn't done them, but you still remember how. Instead of just that, think of ways you can use it in here, I guess you could say. So that is all I have for you today. I will see you back tomorrow for another Halloween tag made by Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy. So I'll just see you then.